All right, welcome to question 1 for our workbook 27.3. A right cylinder has a height of 20 centimeters and a base with a diameter of 15 centimeters. The cylinder is full of water. If a sphere is lowered into the cylinder until it just fits, a great circle on the sphere would have the same circumference and radius as the cylinder's base, and exactly 1/2 of the sphere remains out of the water. How much water will remain in the cylinder when the sphere is removed? So our goal here is to find the volume of cylinder, and then notice they said that they take the sphere and dunk it in. Well, when you dunk something in, it's going to push the water out, and so that's going to be subtracting some sort of volume, and it says that it fits exactly 1/2 of the sphere remains out of the water. So that means half of the sphere is under the water. So we're going to subtract 1/2 of the volume of the sphere. That's our goal. So this is saying it's step 1 of 3. First, find out how much water was in the cylinder when it was full. So use pi is approximately 3.14 in your calculations. Do not round your answer. Okay, so this is what I would do. Volume of a cylinder. It says V equals pi times r squared times h. So if we come here, volume is equal to pi times radius squared. I'm going to do the caret times h, our height. Now it says to use pi approximately 3.14, so we're going to replace that for 3.14. Our radius here is not given straight out. However, it says a diameter of 15 centimeters. And now we know that a diameter is the full length from this end to this end of a circle, and that a radius, so diameters from this end to this end, and a radius is only half of that length. So if the whole length is 15, then 15 divided by 2 gives us 7.5. So our radius is 7.5. So where we have radius, we would type in 7.5, and then our height, it says it has a height of 20 centimeters. So our height is 20 centimeters. So we would take this and type it into a calculator, and I'm going to use the algebra calculator. So we had 3.14 times 7.5 raised to the second power times 20 for our height. That gives us these steps, and it comes out to be 3,534.29174. It says do not round your answers, so I'm going to type that whole thing in. 3,534.29174. Be sure not to round my answers. Oh, I'm not wanting it to be pi. Okay, so it there we go. So what I had to notice was that it said solving for pi times 7.5 squared times 20, and I wanted it to be that 3.14 times 7.5 squared times 20. So make sure that it's solving for which one you want, and that comes out to be 3532.5. There you go. So now we know that the volume of it when it was full was 3532.5. So now let's go on to the next answer. It says now find how much water was disposed of or displaced from the cylinder when the sphere was lowered into it. Since exactly 1/2 of the sphere remains outside of the water, the volume of either of its hemispheres will give you the amount of water that was displaced from the cylinder. So again, I would just type in volume of a sphere if you aren't remembering that. 4/3 times pi times r cubed. So volume is equal to 4/3 times pi, which they're asking us to use 3.14, times our radius cubed. So again, the radius was the same as our cylinder, or these two things would not fit, where it stops exactly halfway. So again, the radius is 7.5. So then we're going to substitute that by 7.5. When I jump over here to this calculator, we have 4/3 times 3.14 times 7.5 raised to the third. And click go. Solve instead for, I'm going to make sure it's solving for this because they're asking us to use 3.14 specifically. So 1766.25. Check our answer. Oh, that was the entire sphere. That's good that they asked. So then is equal to 1766.25. So then half of a sphere would equal 1766.25 divided by 2. So we're going to come over to our answer, and we are going to divide that by 2. So we have 1766.25, and we're going to divide that by 2. That comes out to be 883.125. There we go. 883.125. So then now here's the last step. Remember, our goal was to find the volume of the cylinder and subtract half of the volume from the sphere. So we have that. So if we do this, the volume of the cylinder again was this 3,532. And then we're going to subtract remaining volume is equal to, there we go, there's some clarification. So again, it was the volume of the full cylinder minus half the volume of the sphere, which was 883.125. So then we're going to jump over to our calculator, type that in, 3532.5. 3532.5 minus 883.125. That leaves us with 2,649.375 cubic centimeters of water that remains in the cylinder. So that is how you complete question 1 for this project. For the workbook, and we'll move on to question 2.